Hi everyone, we're here today, Between the Lines podcast. This is my second video on YouTube now. I've come back with some special guests. I'm going to introduce them to you today for a Manchester United v Spurs combined 11, current form and this season. To my left, a man who needs no introduction if you know me as Adnan. The man who's been by my side for 17 years. Don't know how I've lasted that much in his life. For real. A man who was on the end of Harry Kane's last ever assist in year 11. I witnessed it with my own eyes. Came off his own left knee and went in. Claims it was a volley with his, apparently, what is he? He laced it apparently.
Unreal goal to this day.
His name's Sean. Next, a man who's like my little brother. A man who's taught me everything about being committed. A man who works harder than everyone else on this table. A man who unfortunately supports Spurs because of his family loyalty, but actually supports United inside. My little bro, Shershaw.
What are you saying?
Bang, bang.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Next, my other little brother. One of the best footballers in his ancestry. Even though 3 of them are on this table right now. Showed every single one of them how to do the outside boot. Also supports one of the greatest teams in the world. A man... Why do I keep saying that? It's Haroon.
Happy to be here, bro.
Alright, boys. You know the drill. Today's podcast is Spurs v Manchester United combined 11, present form and current this season. It's up to you, boys. And first, let's talk about the current state of the clubs. How do you reckon Spurs' game was against Chelsea the other day? Shershaw or Shahan?
I mean, it's a team where I think we found a bit of direction, but there's certainly players in the team who don't deserve to be playing for the club. Some poor signings. It's not any team which Conte has built. Only time will tell if he sees out his 18-month contract, if he extends, and what he builds. But we need to spend money, and yeah, definitely need new fullbacks. There's a lot we can get into, but poor performance and standard. Losing to Chelsea is what we do, bro.
Shershaw, what do you think? You agree with Sean, or did he not watch the game?
A bit of both, to be honest. Like, no, I mean, the quality is just not there in terms of the depth. Conte's got no other options really but to play Doherty right wing and Tanganga right back, because the recruitment the last few years, in fact for a long time, has been dreadful, and that needs to change if we genuinely want to compete. Or if you just want to keep bottling it every year and not really amounting to nothing.
Haroon, what are you saying about United?
So far, it's been poor under him. We haven't played very well. We've given up a lot of chances. But I think we've shown spells of what we can do under him. Well, mostly in the first game against Palace, I think we played really well in the first half especially. Since then, I've seen glimpses. There was a little bit in the Brentford game second half. I think we were really good on the counter-attack. And then I think against West Ham, we saw a lot of progress defensively. I think we were really solid. We didn't give up any chances. And luckily, we got the goal in the last minute.
Bro, I'm loving the positivity. I'm loving it. Where do you think we're going to go with Ralph? Is he going to stay on, or do you reckon he's going to move upstairs?
No, I think he'll move upstairs, getting a new manager, start introducing new values to the club. None of this DNA nonsense now. Move on to a new manager, getting new players, and hopefully take us to the top.
Love it, boys. Love it. All right, boys. Special shout out to Endry as well in the background. How can I forget?
Big up Endry.
Big shout out to Endry, the cameraman / technical engineer. This did start a bit late because of a few technical difficulties. Anyway, let's go into the pod. And the first position is probably highly debatable. Certain man trying to look at the laptop. I'm going to start with Shahan. Do you remember your team, yeah?
Yeah, of course, bro.
I'm going to start with Shahan, and he's going to tell us his first choice for who's goalkeeper of each of our combined teams and why. Over to you.
So I've obviously gone for Lloris. This is if it's based on this season, not gonna lie, De Gea, he's been good. Like, can't really argue. But if I was to choose a keeper, I'll choose Lloris. I think this season definitely he's earned that contract extension, and yeah, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. I think he's, the only thing he can work on is distribution. But name me not many keepers in the world who can have it all. So I think definitely Lloris for me.
Haroon, I don't know what you're thinking, but I didn't really agree with that. Is he good at distribution or is he good at giving it away? Firstly, he's got a contract extension because no one else is out there that will come to Spurs.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and disagree with that because Spurs are get me, like, you ain't got Champions League football.
Realest thing you've ever said.
You ain't got Champions League
Realest thing you've
football.
ever said.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we work on a strict wage structure. So if you're not getting Champions League football, well, why do people want to come to Spurs? I mean, but if I was to choose a player between him and De Gea, I'm choosing Lloris.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think? You agreeing with him, Lloris?
Yeah, it's got to be Lloris. Has to be Lloris.
No way.
Like, yeah, in his career he's had.
Wait, so this season right now he's better than De Gea. After the season De Gea's had.
Yeah, but wasn't it?
I'm saying my pick now. I'm saying my pick now.
Okay.
I picked De Gea, yeah? I'm saying it now. I don't know who
We know
Haroon
you
picked.
picked De
I picked De
Gea.
Gea as well.
No, look.
Haroon picked De Gea as well.
Wasn't Dean Henderson starting at the start of the season in goal?
No.
I swear he played a few games.
End of
that
last
was
season.
that was last season.
No, he definitely played this season.
Listen, De Gea's had a few rocky seasons, let's be real.
Yeah, he has. Bro.
Yeah,
We're
this
talking about
season,
bro.
this season, he's been your best player and he stood out because the rest of you are better. The rest of you
I
have been
agree,
dead.
but that doesn't
And
mean he hasn't been
no,
a better
no,
keeper
that-
than Lloris this season.
No.
He
But
has.
Nah, Lloris ain't really
I
put
think
that
Lloris
much.
But
is
you
better
just said he's
keeper.
been our best player.
No. I'm saying he stood out. He's definitely stood out as being one of your better performers. But you can't, I don't think he's better than Lloris.
I don't-
Lloris
This
is
season,
excellent. Yeah,
this season hasn't been better than Lloris.
No, I don't think so.
I
You
agree.
guys-
He's not a better goalkeeper than Lloris, but
Lloris
this
has been
season
good.
he's arguably been our best player.
Yeah, but like, who else is there in your team that's outstanding and performing great this season? You guys are like, what, fifth?
Fourth head of you at the
yeah.
moment.
Football, like, how many
Four
games?
games,
How many
yeah.
games in hand? But still, it doesn't
Games
make a
in hand
difference.
doesn't mean
It doesn't
nothing.
make a
You had a game in
difference.
hand
For
in-
me,
You guys are having a shocking
Lloris is
season.
better than De Gea.
All he's been
I agree
sacked.
with you. Lloris is a better goalkeeper than De Gea, but
No,
this
no, no, no.
season,
What?
Thank
Lloris
you.
isn't a better goalkeeper than
I'll
De
tell you
Gea.
why.
He
I'll tell
knows,
you why.
bruv. Even he knows.
De Gea,
Even he knows.
The only thing
The
De
mo-
Gea excels at on a football pitch is shot stopping.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't come on.
The more this
box. He
podcast
can't
goes
sweep.
on, you'll realise why he's even
He
choosing
can't
De Gea.
distribute the ball.
Like,
I feel like Lloris is shot stopping. I think De Gea probably edges it over Lloris.
And therefore, because he saved so many shots here, that's what I'm saying, he's a better keeper. I understand.
for this,
In terms of
this
reliability,
season, yeah,
Lloris
Lloris
is probably more reliable.
100%, yeah.
But
For real.
overall, in terms of shot stopping,
Yeah, De
I'm
Gea's
going to bank
very
on De
good.
Gea.
100%.
Bruv,
yeah.
listen,
And especially the
did you
longevity
man-
he's had at United,
Yeah,
he's
but
been through
again,
our
he's had-
team.
Did you man
in
see
our
the Amazon Prime
worst times.
documentary?
He's had
Lloris
2-3
was going to
rocky
punch
years,
up Son, bruv. He was going mad at Son, like he's a leader. Do you
Yeah,
know
but
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying? I
being
don't think-
funny. It's the
I can't
first time
see
I've
De
ever
Gea
seen
being
any
that.
aggression from Lloris.
De Gea looks like a Wolverine or something, bruv. The guy don't even look like, you know what I mean? He meows when he doesn't even bark, bruv. Like, I don't
Lloris
care, man.
captain France.
He's
in the
not
World Cup.
Yeah,
We're not talking about World Cup. Yes, we're talking about
No,
this.
but
I swear
obviously,
De Gea's
even
one of
you
the
lot
top
are
three.
saying that overall he's
I
better.
think Casillas
De Gea's one
is
Euros.
You have said yourself
Casillas
overall
was
he's better.
goalkeeper, no?
You basically said overall.
Yeah, he is. But we're
you
not
know
talking
it
about
deep down.
overall. We're talking
You
about
just don't
current
wanna
form
say it.
and this
You just
season.
don't wanna
And
say
De
it.
Gea's
Current
been a
form
better
in this
keeper.
season,
De Gea's made the
De
most
Gea's
saves.
been a
than
better
me.
goalkeeper.
De Gea's made the most
nine
saves.
games unbeaten up
We
until
would
the Chelsea
have
match.
lost the
In the
last
Premier
like
League.
5 games if we didn't have De Gea in goal.
De Gea got a
He
clean
saved
sheet
us
with Phil
numerous
Jones, just saying.
Yeah, but that's what top four
He didn't get a
keepers should
clean
be
sheet.
doing, though.
We conceded.
Do we?
Wolves beat us, bro.
No, but let's say one thing here as well. Let's say one thing. De Gea's got like Varane, an £80 million Maguire in front of him. Like,
Yeah.
who is
Don't talk about
Lloris?
Maguire,
Lloris
he's
has got
fair. 80 euro.
Tanganga.
Fairs.
And,
Maguire's
you know,
shit.
like,
Tanganga and like
Ben
Dyer.
Davies.
Varane's
Like-
been out most of the season as well. But that's the thing. De Gea's facing a lot of shots and he's stopping majority of them. We're not like since Ragnick's coming, especially we haven't conceded a lot of goals that we were doing under Ole.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
and-
even in games under Ole, De Gea was saving us from losing games as well. So this season it has to be him. But overall, I agree with you, man. Lloris is a better goalkeeper.
And to say one thing as well, I was going to say that a lot of Lloris, the goals that he concedes are mistakes from centre backs, and silly mistakes from like Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez.
No, that's
He's got
true,
mistakes
that-
in him as
I-
well.
he-
though.
A lot of
yeah, but he hasn't made a
a
mistake
lot
in a
of
very
goals
long
we
time.
concede are
I think
I
he
would say
injured his
silly errors,
wrist.
silly
He was
errors.
out for a while. You come back, and ever since he come back, he's just been getting better and better every season.
Boys, I don't think we're going to agree. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Looks like it's 2-2, De Gea v Lloris. United fans v Spurs fans. You know the drill. Let's move on to... I don't know what formations everyone's playing, but I'm going to assume it's roughly maybe 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or some sorts maybe. But I'm guessing, have we all got right backs or right wing backs? Is any right wing backs?
Right back.
Right back.
Everyone's got a right back. Let's go with Haroon's right back first. Who have you got a right back, bro?
Put Dallo in that right back.
I'm a United fan. I don't know if I agree with that, innit? Why do you reckon Dallo?
But mostly because I think all the other ones aren't good enough. Emerson, every time I've seen him, he's looked rubbish.
Yeah.
For real.
Doherty's rubbish.
For real.
Wan-Bissaka, I've backed Wan-Bissaka a lot. People who speak to me about football know that I've backed him for years, but he just hasn't improved. And going forward, he's not good enough. Defensively, he's good at tackling, but in terms of defending the back post from crosses and that, he's not good enough as well. So the only one I've seen good glimpses from is Dallo. He's been solid defensively since he's come in, and going forward, he looks like a threat.
What do you think, Shay?
Probably agree with him, to be honest. I mean, right backs is probably like the hardest position to pick because they're all just bang on average. Like, none of the teams have got like a Trent, even a Reece James, like consistent, good, solid right backs. And yeah, I'll probably go with Dalot as well, to be honest.
Sean?
Well, listen, Spurs, since Kyle Walker left, we never really replaced that sort of, right back area properly. A lot of people had the chance to fill the position, make it their own. And they've had ample time, but I don't think anyone's been good enough. We got Aurier in. Aurier was someone who can give you a good game. Like, he'll give you a good game, but in that one game, he'll just give away a penalty, give away a goal. And we haven't replaced him. So I think I went the same. I said Dalot as well. I mean, I don't see Wan-Bissaka's like I don't think he's that great at attacking. I don't think he's that great at defending. I just think, he's stuck in two minds of what he's doing with himself in terms of how he is as a player. So I can't really, I definitely don't rate any Spurs right back. I probably don't even rate many Spurs fullbacks in general, to be honest with you.
I mean, we got rid of Carl Walker-Peters.
That last minute was so depressing.
We got rid of Carl Walker-Peters.
He'd probably be the right back.
Yeah,
right now.
he'd definitely
be alright.
Probably be
He
the
would
right back
100%
He'd actually be alright for you,
the right back. I think it's a poor appointments. I don't know, the way, what I mean? The direction where this club's heading in terms of signing players needs to change because
It gets worse and worse. Worse and worse.
Doherty, he's like, do you know what I mean?
This is sounding like a Spurs meltdown. It's a Spurs meltdown, bro.
Listen, people thought this was going a different way, boy.
All right, boys, I'm going to say my opinion, yeah? I'm not going to lie. It might be a bit controversial, but I chose Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like, for me personally, I know Dalot's done all right, and Wan-Bissaka's been shaky, yeah? But defensively, beginning of the season, Aaron was still all right. He was making mistakes. I get that, innit? But I'm still not sure if I can rate Dalot higher than Wan-Bissaka.
No, I'll be
right
real
now.
with
He
you.
might be levels.
I'll
right
be real
now,
with you.
but I'm not sure if I can
I'll be
rate
real
him
with you
more.
because we're basing it on this season,
Yeah.
and we're basing it on current form this season.
Then Dalot.
I would have probably went for Wan-Bissaka because
yeah.
in terms of what he can offer you, like, he's way more athletic than any other fullback out there. Like, he's got the potential. There's just
He's got the
mistakes he makes,
potential, yeah.
which come with experience. Some fullbacks, they develop late on. Do you know what I mean? It's a position which requires experience. But I think, yeah, based on current form, I wouldn't say, definitely not.
I don't want to rule him out, but his play on the ball is so poor, though. I don't even know if he can improve that.
To be honest, I think playing out the backwise, I've seen him do good things playing out the back.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
I don't
not bad
think in
like
terms
that,
of I don't think he's poor when it comes to moving the ball out from
Yeah,
defense into
he
attack.
can shift it a bit.
He
he
does
does.
Emerson. Like,
No,
you
yeah,
hear
but
like
that's the
Emerson,
thing.
but
True,
defensively, he's probably just as solid as Wan-Bissaka.
No.
I've not seen him
I
making
don't know
mistakes.
about Emerson, every time
But
I've watched
going
Emerson,
forward, Emerson's issues are going forward. Like, his crossing.
No,
is
that's
dreadful.
Emerson doesn't make mistakes like, he doesn't make stupid mistakes, but he will have the chance to break forward. He'll break forward, and then the pass will just be some
Yeah,
dead
that's-
pass.
that's
No,
similar
but
to
is
Emerson.
he
That's what
good
he does.
defensively
I don't think
as
he's good
Wan-Bissaka?
defensively.
Yeah, I think he
Emerson,
is.
I don't think he is.
He is.
No, I don't.
He's not.
No.
In
What it
Spain,
is
he was a right
no.
back. He wasn't a
No.
right
I
wing
think
back.
he
He was a
needs.
better
I think he needs longer. Let's be real. He needs longer to adapt and to play in this league. Yeah,
but-
for
but
real.
as of
He
right
does.
now-
he's
Yeah,
only
of
had this
course.
season.
As of right
Based
now,
on right now,
then
no,
yeah,
I wouldn't
can't say
say.
he's better.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
but
he is.
We've been
personally.
playing 9 games in a row with
Like, Emerson
right back,
frustrates
more or
me
less.
so
And
much
we're
because-
unbeaten up until Chelsea, and he didn't start that match.
No, but the way Spurs play, like, there's things we're watching a game, the ball goes out to him, he just does some stupidness on the ball, like gives the ball away. He doesn't need to. Like, there's always a bit in things like that he needs to work on. But I think he needs
his
longer.
crossing can
Definitely
get
needs
better,
longer.
but he's been okay so far. It could have been worse. Like,
All right, boys. Overall, Diego Dalot has taken the right back spot, yeah? 3-1, maybe. I might even choose Dalot as well, to be honest, on another day. Let's go into a bit more interesting topic. Let's go into the centre-backs, 2 centre-backs. I'm going to go with Haroon first. Who did you pick?
I put in Varane and Lindelof. I think Varane, he's been He's had good games when he's come. Since
I thought you choose Maguire. I ain't gonna lie.
Maguire. Bro, don't get started on Maguire. I hate that guy, bro. No, but with Varane, he's had a couple shaky moments. We've seen him get run out a few times, and for example, the Newcastle game where he made a poor pass and it led to their goal. But aside from that, I think every time he's played, he's looked like a massive improvement on all our centre backs. Like he's been solid. Lindelof, same thing. I think every time he's played, he hasn't really made too many errors. He's looked solid. Maguire's been rubbish, and I don't think any of Spurs centre backs are good.
Shesh, I know you got something to say about that.
No, I'll keep Varane in there just because it's probably Varane. Like, even this season, he hasn't been that signing that you guys probably lived up to and wanted.
Who, Varane?
Yeah, like,
He's
let's be real here.
If it's me, I feel like he's been a bit shaky in it.
He's had shaky moments.
But I feel like bare United fans go on like he's been class and that, but I haven't really seen that, innit?
No.
I'd say his name, I haven't really seen that.
From what I've seen when he first came, he was way more underwhelming than I thought he'd be. I was like, all right, he's been made to look ordinary at times, but I think as the season's gone on, he's gotten used to the the pace. He does have injury problems in his. He hasn't had many.
He hasn't had a lot of games,
but he has. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to take time. It's the same thing with every player. Like,
it's the same thing with Romero. Really,
but I would say he's better than probably every single. Yeah, Spurs centre back.
100. He's better than every centre back from both clubs. He's the best out of them.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got a lot to see from Romero, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, for real. Romero is my guy.
I
back that guy 100%. Give him some time. He's had some. Do you know what I mean?
We're gonna clip this and show you this in 3 months when everyone's cussing him. Yeah,
I'm ready.
It's going viral. It's going viral. Yo, Asher, who did you pick? Two centre backs.
Romero and Varane. I think that'll be a solid partnership.
Same here.
Romero based on current season?
No,
or
not so.
form,
Basically,
or
it's based on what I've seen him in comparison to Tottenham centre backs. The few games, obviously, he's been injured, even with Argentina, and the fact that he was Serie A defender last season, and he's obviously ability-wise better than any centre back Tottenham have got. Obviously, this season Eric Dyer and Sanchez played a lot more games, but I know he's better than both of them. And in
shit, man said
Lindelof.
Is Romero better than Lindelof this season or on current form?
Not this season. I can't. When I've watched Romero play, I haven't thought he's as amazing as Spurs fans make out to be. But then again,
the 27 minutes you watch, fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't watched enough Spurs to judge. But from what I've seen, like maybe he will come good. But at the minute, I wouldn't put him in the head of him.
Lindelof, come on,
Sean, who have you picked? Have you got Romero as well?
Varane and Romero.
Romero based on 27 minutes he's played this season.
Shit, impossible.
All right, I chose
2 United players, obviously.
I'm not gonna lie, you might be shocked again. Sheresh is gonna love this one, and I hate to say it.
This guy's put Maguire.
No, I picked Dyer and Varane in it. Yeah.
No, you know what? I was gonna cuss him.
I feel like he's been better than what we've had.
Other than he's had so long. Like he's been in the league for 8 years. He's doing what he should be doing.
Dyer has improved, is what.
Yeah, he's improved this season.
He's not fantastic. He's improved on what he was before. Like he's made some stupid errors as well. And do you know what I mean? It was like, to me now, Conte's come in and he knows, like, look, this is probably arguably the biggest manager in football right now, and he's come in. Of course, he's going to up his game, but I think in the last few seasons he's been nowhere near the standard we need. Like, and there's a lot of players I could say that about, but no.
But for me, I'll pick him instead of any of the United centre backs and any Spurs centre backs.
So what about now, Lindelof?
On this season, he's been alright. Like he's probably been our best centre back this season, to be honest. Lindelof.
It's arguable, yeah.
Like he might have been. Like he's probably been better than Varane.
Yeah,
but
it's because he's played more as well.
I still feel like Dyer is a better centre back maybe than Lindelof.
I think the only thing Dyer has
on form Dyer.
No, I don't agree. I
like
think
this season's Dyer maybe under Conte in that.
He's good at organising his defence and commanding his defence. Like I rate him for that. But like I said,
himself out there,
he is mistake prone though.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like Lindelof's only like big flaw for me is that he's not physical enough. Like when he comes up against a big striker who's gonna bully him, like he can't handle it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But
even then, he's done all right recently.
Yeah, he has.
Big strikers,
but when it's someone a quick striker who's trying to run him behind, he deals with them easily. He can play out the back. He's a good ball player. I think it's just mostly when he plays against a big striker that's when he struggles. But overall, I don't think I think he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right, man. He's done all right. Anyway, let's move on to the left backs. And I'll tell you lot now, 3 of you chose the same left back, and there was one different one. The one different one was Telles.
You picked Telles.
You picked Reguilon.
And everyone else chose
Reguilon.
Yeah, Reguilon
as well, yeah. definitely.
Guess who the one person was?
You.
Yeah, it was me.
100%, man,
It
of
was me,
course.
man.
Lovely.
Every
Shaw.
position is going to
No,
be
pick Tellez.
basically
Oh, I
a
thought you said
United
On
player.
form, no, on form right now. I swear, Tellez has been better than Reguilon. He's
No,
dead.
No, impossible.
I wouldn't.
I swear, Regulon's dead.
How was
No,
he dead?
he's not- he
hasn't been great the last few games.
He's some
Bro,
average
been
left back.
quality, bro. How is he? How can you say he's
He's
average,
bombing up
bro?
and down
He's
the
not-
left side.
Don't
all
say
day.
he's
Reguilon's
average.
a very good left back.
He's not
but
an average left back.
the reason I put him in
He's
over
not an
Tellez
average
is
left
Tellez
back. He's
hasn't
not
played
an
a lot.
average. You can't say he's an average left back.
He's better than Luke
He's
Shaw.
He's not
Sorry.
average.
Left
He's
back.
not average.
He's
better
not
than Luke
average.
Shaw.
He's playing for
Luke
one of
Shaw.
the biggest clubs in the
Better than
world.
Luke Shaw.
I don't even think he's better than Luke Shaw.
He's better than Luke Shaw.
On form, Shaw is a better player, but Shaw's not on form enough to call him a better player than
No,
Reguilon.
no.
Is Reguilon on
Based
form?
on this season and
Not
form.
right now, no.
Exactly.
No, he's
Exactly.
actually-
Reguilon's not even on form.
Yeah,
Reguilon's
but
not even on form.
Shaw's
No,
not. Shaw's not.
Reguilon's
on
not
form.
even on form.
I would have went for Luke Shaw. I would have
wouldn't.
went for Luke
No
Shaw.
chance.
What, this season?
But when it's based on this season and current form, I thought to myself, hold on, like from what I've
Reguilon
seen
up
of
there,
Luke Shaw, he's been nowhere near like the level he was, and even then, it took him a while to get to that level because he was shocking before that.
Yeah, he
But
was.
like for me, no, it's got to be Reguilon,
I
definitely.
agree.
Therefore.
All right,
Definitely.
maybe I'm taking an L on that one,
Definitely.
but I might pick Tellez on that one. And this is, I'm talking about my
course
team
you are.
here. If I was
I would
putting
never
out a
have guessed.
team and I've got obviously Ralph Rangnick as manager, not Conte, because I'm playing 4 at the back, I'll probably, my defense will be De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Dyer, Varane. No, it sounds shocking. I'm not gonna
conceding
lie.
3 goals.
Tellez
every
as
game.
well. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds mad.
Bro.
It sounds mad. Like, it sounds dead. I'm not gonna lie.
Getting spanked.
Rubbish.
Getting spanked.
All right, boys, let's go into the midfielders now. And let's start with, I think most of us have got like a pivot, have we? Maybe? Wait, let me check. I think most of us have got a pivot or like maybe 3 centre mids. So let's start with Shahan. Who's your 3 in midfield?
Højbjerg, Pogba, and Bruno Fernandes.
Pogba.
Yeah, man. This season, start of this season, Pogba was doing big. Bro.
Pogba's a baller,
He's
man.
barely
You know what it
played,
is? You know
man.
what it is? Let
No,
me
he
just
has
say one
barely
thing.
played,
Let me just say
but when
one
he
thing.
played, he
Let me
was
just say
really
one
good.
thing.
Shahan
yeah.
thinks
Let me
Pogba
just
plays every game for you.
Let me just say no. I know he hasn't been playing, but let me just say one thing. If you were to sit there realistically and
Yeah.
think about this season, and you said, "Look, you're looking at Spurs' midfield is whack." Yeah, I'm not even going to go into Spurs' midfield. Højbjerg is
Fair.
Højbjerg.
No comment.
Who would you choose? Like, I'm not going to choose Scott McTominay because you already got someone like Højbjerg, so I don't think I'm someone who want to play a bit
he's been
positive
better than
style
Pogba.
No.
No.
Pogba,
Scott McTominay this season
Pogba hasn't even.
What have you
Pogba's
been
been
watching,
out.
bro?
on current form.
Let me say something about Scott McTominay. And
Scott
I've been
McTominay- He's
saying
been
this,
better than Pogba.
I've been
No,
saying
no,
this
no,
for
no.
years, yeah.
Bruv.
McTominay will play
No, this
rubbish.
season, though.
What do you mean this season? He's been rubbish this season. He's had 2 good games, McTominay. That's the issue with United fans and McTominay. That I had like McTominay's whack. He'll play dead.
For real.
Out of 20 games, he'll have 2 good games, and in those 2 good games, I hear pundits saying, "Oh, he should be captain. Oh, he's this." He's rubbish, man.
No,
he's a squad player at best.
No, he's a poser.
McTominay for me is our lowest midfielder.
I
He's
would
our
choose.
worst
I would
midfielder.
choose Pogba.
But he's been better than
Fernandes,
He
Højbjerg,
hasn't.
because you can. Why not? Who wouldn't want to see
So
that?
you
midfield?
chose Højbjerg, Fernandes, and Pogba.
Pogba, yeah. Like, who would want to
Like,
see that
on
midfield?
paper, good midfield.
Yeah,
this
you got
season,
Højbjerg.
this season or current form, you're not taking Pogs.
No. But
Having
listen,
Pogba in there,
you
like,
it
having
all makes
Dembele.
sense at the
Højbjerg.
end. It all makes sense in
I
the
like
end.
Højbjerg.
Did you pick Højbjerg? You picked Højbjerg. You
picked
like
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg.
I
You don't
like
watch
Højbjerg.
Spurs. That's why you pick Højbjerg.
Nah,
Talking about
I like
FIFA and that. Sure, did you pick Højbjerg as well?
I picked Højbjerg and Skip.
What? Skip.
Yeah. I think he's decent. He's only
to be
getting
honest
better.
with you, to be honest with you,
He's only getting better. He's better than McTominay.
To be honest with you, wouldn't mind throwing in Skip there, but you know what? If you can have Bruno Fernandes,
putting in
Pogba, and
putting in
Højbjerg,
Pogba is like this season putting in Ndombele. Like, yeah, they're both world class when it comes to ability, but in terms of consistently and showing it week in, week out.
let's not start on
They're not-
Ndombele
you know
because
what I mean?
that's
It's
going to
not gonna
open up.
happen.
I think
You know,
Pogba the whole year 2021 he's been good. Like, I think he has been good. At the start of the season when he
You're
was
talking about
playing,
this season.
at the start of the season when he played, he's not
He
in my
played 2
team.
games. He got 7 assists in
He
2
played
games.
9 games in the Prem and he got 7 assists in those 9 games. A lot of them came in the first few games. But with Pogba, I think he's over criticised a lot.
yeah, no, he does take a lot of the flack. He does take a
of
lot
course
of
he does.
lot of flack.
It's because his body language. People see him and
No, but
he'll-
also
he'll-
because he could perform better, but he chooses
if he
not
was
to.
playing, he'll
the,
probably
the
be my
thing,
team.
the issue is
Exactly,
with Pogba.
yeah.
It's
What,
been
playing
the
well?
same thing.
Yeah.
Playing well or playing?
No, if he was playing, no, but when he plays, a lot of the time I'll see him do sick stuff. Like,
He does
he'll do
play.
sick passes.
The issue with Pogba,
Like, it's
yeah,
just
why
same
he's
with
been
Ndombele.
He doesn't, bro.
inconsistent is because we've never actually had a solid midfield base behind him. Like we've always relied on.
Bro, we said
Fred
that
and
for
McTominay,
years.
though, like,
They're
they
not-
run around.
We
Fred
make
and
excuses for him all the time.
Can I tell you we're talking about Fred and
Fred and
McTominay?
McTominay are not going to win you Premier
Exactly.
League and Champions League.
Fred and McTominay are two players doing the job of one player.
Needs to
Yeah,
just
they're not-
take it on the chin.
Yeah, but
They know
obviously,
that.
Yeah, you
All
can say,
United
oh
fans
yeah,
know
they're
that.
good. Like, yeah,
They're not
fine,
good.
but
No one
they're
rates
never
them.
gonna. They're never gonna take you to the
No one,
Prem.
no one
Yeah,
rates
we
Fred
all
and
know
McTominay.
that. We all know
that
that.
level of
Champions League,
midfielder.
so-
So I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
When you watch Pogba play for France, the reason he's so good for France is because he has Kante behind him doing all the running. Every time, like every manager who's come in United has tried to play him too deep, and that's not how. Like with a partner like Fred.
Only
and
played him
McTominay.
left wing, I swear.
Yeah, and he was every time he played left wing, he was arguably our best player in
No,
every
for
one of those
two games, and then after
No.
those games,
He
he's playing
played
left
left wing
wing.
a lot.
He weren't even that good.
He played left because
No,
he played
man,
left
he
wing a
wasn't.
lot, and he was very good when he played left wing. He was creating chances, beating players. Like he's 6'3" and he can dribble like a winger. Like what big midfielder do you know that can do that? He was really good off the left.
Yeah,
I know
definitely-
every man's thinking about me right there.
You definitely want him higher up.
You
the
want him,
pitch.
of course.
That's
like,
where he's.
the whole
Gonna,
time.
you know what I mean?
Let me
Like,
tell
you can't. He's not
Yeah.
He's not an Essien where he's going to be running
Exactly.
up and down.
You need
Like,
someone behind
I
him.
don't know what people assume,
Yeah.
but the guy, if he's in the right team, in the right balance, and
Yeah.
coached right, yeah, of course you can. Come on, like the guy's career speaks for itself. You can't say just because he's playing with Scott McTominay and Fred and do you know what I mean? Who's the other brother, Matic? Like, come on, bro, you ain't going to be.
Yeah, but
you ain't gonna
80
be setting
million
the world
pound
alight.
centre midfielder should be winning you games.
He
Like,
has
he
won us
should've
plenty.
been-
He has won us plenty of
Whether
games, but
he's
it's
underachieved,
hard to- it's
whether
hard to
he's
win
underachieved,
games.
there's another thing. Fine, but talking about putting him in a combined Spurs 11 with Man United, even based on this season, of course I put Pogba in there because it's
I
what.
can't argue with
I
that.
haven't seen
With
too
that,
much
with that
of him
combined
this
team and
season,
with the
apart
quality
from
of best, the balance which work
Yeah.
out with the quality of that team, I think you get the best.
The reason
out of
I
him.
didn't put him is
because
he's
some
been
people
injured.
need to play with bigger players. I'm sorry, some people
true.
need to play with big players, and I think Pogba's one of them guys. I think it will, give him a kick up the
Yeah,
arse.
but he
play
should be
with-
the big player though.
He is a big player, but it's hard
Bro,
to play in midfield when
The
you
guy
have
is
McTominay
playing with
behind
Marcus
you.
Rashford up front.
Yeah, but it's like you've been through what 3
And
managers
Martial,
now.
like,
Yeah,
come on.
and
It's the same with Ndombele.
look at the midfield
Come on, bro.
duos.
It's the same
How many
with
times has
every
Rashford even
come in.
scored 20 league goals in a season? Like he's playing with. I'm not being funny. He's been Bruno Fernandes scored how many goals for you guys,
54 goals and assists in 73 appearances.
bro? Midfielders put in. Did you even combine front
I
three
might have
score
just
that many
made that
goals?
up.
Not last season. No, he was trying.
I don't know, but
last season Bruno had like what? I think it's like 18 goals.
I think you
12
become
assists.
He was
more
doing
reliant.
absolute
I
bits.
think you become, and this, when we're talking about price tags of Pogba, you paid £80 million for Maguire. Why doesn't he get that much stick?
Because he's English, that's why he don't get stick, bro.
We didn't say price tags. Have you got 3 up front?
Whoa, yeah, I have.
Is it 2 wingers or is it 3 up front?
It's 3 up front.
All right, I'm gonna say my 4 midfielders. Yeah,
4-4-2, yeah.
yeah, because I've actually gone old school. Yeah,
Man, moving at high red now,
Ralph
bro.
Ragnick, 4-4-2 / Sir Alex Ferguson, old school days. Yeah, I've got 2 wingers and I've got 2 flat centre mids, or maybe number 6s,
That don't work nowadays, bro.
number 8s, 2 number 8s ish, based on this season and current form. Has my team been shit so far?
Huh?
Has my team been
Probably
dead
the
so far?
worst here.
Oh, no, you're-
Well,
you've had
Redknapp,
a
you
couple-
cool, yeah.
All right,
couple
listen,
outlets.
listen. I've got on the right, yeah. I've got Lucas, which is it's probably fair enough. Who? I almost put him Cam as well. Anyway, I've got Lucas on the right. I've got Scott McTominay in midfield because personally for me, he's done all right this season.
McTominay.
He's done all right this season, bro. He's on form.
Man chose
He
Scott
scored like 5
McTominay,
goals,
bro.
got 6 assists.
Scott
No, he don't.
McTominay.
Hendry,
Why you
tell
make-
them.
why you
Hendry,
making
tell
up
them.
stats,
bro?
Get Hendry, get the stats out.
Hendry,
Hendry, get the stats out.
Hendry,
How
let me
many
tell you the
how many
stats.
goals and assists has Scott McTominay got this season? And is it
In the
more
Prem.
than Paul Pogba?
No, it's not.
Is.
Well, you might as well put
McTominay-
Harry Winks in there.
In the Prem, I think McTominay's got 1 or 2 goals and like no assists, bro. He's whack, bro.
Still more than Ollie
Come
Skip.
on, man.
Ollie
Allow
Skip.
Scott McTominay.
All right. Anyway, all right.
McTominay's had 1 goal, no assists,
Bang.
5 yellow cards.
Told you.
Scott McTominay's had 1 goal,
No
no
assists,
assists, 5 yellow cards.
Dead.
I've got some
Howler,
McTominay in my
Like I'm
team.
making up
That's a howler,
statistics
bro.
on that, bro.
Harry Winks
I'm
probably
not
got more
gonna
goals
go
than
back
that.
on my team. I've got faith in my team. I'm gonna stick with Scott McTominay.
Dead.
All right, so shall I finish my team? Yeah, sorry. It's Lucas, Scott McTominay. Has to be Bruno. Obviously, has to be in there, regardless of how poor he might be for his standards. And on the left, I got Son.
Well, so you're putting Bruno centre mid?
Yeah,
So he's been playing
2 number
defense.
8s.
Number
He's been
8.
playing centre mids.
He's been doing really
I've
well.
got Scott McTominay doing a bit defensive, Bruno doing a bit of up and down. I've got Son on the left, and even that's a bit debatable because ideally I would have chose Elanga or Greenwood.
Over Son? No way.
In a like
Greenwood's-
midfield position, I don't.
Well, how
In
many
any
goals?
position,
How many
I
goals
can't,
has Son scored this season?
Like 8, 9? Prem? 8,
No,
9
he's
goals?
our top scorer in the Prem.
He's been your best player. Best
He's our
attacker.
top scorer.
Fair enough. I'll take Son in it. I'll take Son. That's my
You got
4
to
in
have
the
Sonny
midfield.
in there.
innit?
Come on, man. Sonny or Greenford? Greenford. I'm joking. Greenwood.
All right, listen, Chair Show, what's your midfield?
So I've gone for like a 4-2-3-1. So the two in midfield will be Højbjerg and Skip. I feel like it's quite defensive because when you got attack with Son on the left, Greenwood on the right, Bruno in the middle, and Kane up front, you're going to need that work rate there. And I think both of them can press, they can tackle, and they can sort of move the ball. They're both fairly decent passers. So, yeah, and I'm not really convinced on that Fred and Scott McTominay.
What, did you just say your whole team there? Was it Højbjerg, Skip, and Greenwood on the right?
Greenwood on the right.
You got Greenwood?
Yeah, I took out Ronaldo.
You took out Ronaldo?
Took out Ronaldo.
Boy, I don't know what he's on.
Bro, I had to take out Greenwood for Ronaldo.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
I feel like in terms of, I'm thinking about the team's dynamics, work rate, pressing.
Yeah, fairs.
And Ronaldo is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, like he's one of the best ever, but I feel like right now Greenwood will be more effective.
Wait, sorry, you got Greenwood, Skip, Højbjerg, Bruno.
Son on the left,
Bruno.
Kane up front.
Cam. Bruno's Cam.
Yeah, Bruno's Cam, just playing in front of Højbjerg and Skip.
Say nothing.
So you can just let him focus on just, you know what I mean, producing magic, and Skip and Højbjerg just, you know, do the dirty work.
Fair enough. Personally, I'll probably take on that midfield myself, but you know me, boys, yeah? Haruni, who have you got in midfield?
Mine's a 4-3-3. I've got Højbjerg at 6, and then Fred and Bruno at 8. My team.
Fred and Bruno at 8, Højbjerg at 6. Bit defensive.
No, not really. I wouldn't say
Could
that.
have the two pivoting, Fred and Højbjerg and Bruno Cam.
The thing is, like recently, especially since Ragnick's turned to a 4-3-3, Fred's been playing 8. He's looked much better in the 8 now. He's got forward. He's getting assists. He could have had 2 assists against Brentford.
I think the problem with Fred and McTominay, they're probably both better as an 8 rather than like a 6.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And
Not
even
great,
then, they're not even that
They're
great.
both.
I know
they're
they're not.
They're squad players. That's what they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Like
they're squad
they
players.
shouldn't be starting every week. Like we should have bought a DM 3 years ago.
I'll get used to it because they're here.
Wait, so who did you pick, sorry, Harun?
Højbjerg 6, Fred and Bruno at 8.
Højbjerg 6, Fred and Bruno 8. Might as well stick with you and go into your forwards.
Forward.
First 2 wingers. We'll do centre forwards after.
All right.
Wait, can I say one thing?
Yeah, go on.
I would have swapped to Fred and Højbjerg, you know. I feel like even like obviously I know we're talking about this in the Prem, but when you look at for Denmark as well, when Højbjerg plays up box to box, he produces quite a decent amount.
Yeah.
Even for Spurs this season, he's got a couple goals.
Let me tell
assists.
you something. Yeah, Højbjerg is great at sweeping the ball. He's great at intercepting play. Great at tackling. He can, to an extent, bring the ball forward. But for what I see is, if we're on a break and he gets the ball, he can very easily make a silly pass, give it away. Like that's what tells you. Like if he can get that part of his game right, and that's not his job. Like, I don't expect him to do that, but I think he'll be unreal.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to have a specific role, especially in a team where you're combining 2 teams and want to get the best out of them. He has to have a disciplined role.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I put him 6.
Like, you know what I mean? Because even if your
He's more
fullbacks are
disciplined
getting
than
up,
Fred.
you need someone like him, and you can even slot in,
Yeah.
and you can make a free, and your fullbacks can go up. So there's lots.
What you
But
said.
for me, I would have him sitting.
No,
I wouldn't
but
have him.
That's
there.
exactly
Like,
why I
One
put him.
thing
That's
I've
why I
no-
said he's a 6.
One thing I noticed about Højbjerg, there was even with Harry Winks when they played together, it's like in and around the box they leave a man running. Like,
No,
I've
but
seen
that's
it
because
so many times that he would
but that's
stop
because
running,
you
and I
can't.
feel like
I
Fred
think
won't
you
do
can't
that
play
as
both
much.
of them. You can't play both of them.
Has Højbjerg been better than Scott McTominay this season?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been.
I don't know what you've been watching, bro.
No, you haven't been watching Spurs, bro.
No,
Højbjerg has
I
been
watch
a better-
Spurs every time I go
Højbjerg is
around
only
these man's
played-
I don't
yard.
watch Spurs as much. But every time I
Højbjerg
watch
is
Spurs, I
finished
like
this
Højbjerg.
season. This
Adnan.
season. He hasn't been that great this
No,
season.
Adnan,
I
he's
like
been
Højbjerg.
overplayed. He didn't miss a single
Nah,
Premier League game
I
last
get that,
season.
but so is Scott
He went to
McTominay.
Euros and
McTominay's been overplayed as well.
Scott
McTominay
McTominay
got knocked out of Euros like 3
McTominay
years
is
ago.
Still
rubbish.
went, bro. He's
McTominay
Scotland
is
captain,
rubbish,
bro.
honestly.
Scotland captain. He's got 58 caps.
There's a
Højbjerg.
reason he's
Højbjerg
playing
is
centre
overworked.
back.
He's
for
overworked.
Scotland.
So Haruni, who have you got up front?
I put Son and Ronaldo either side of Harry Kane.
Son and Ronaldo either side of Harry Kane.
That's what I've gone. I've gone for the same
the way
thing.
I'm thinking of it is
Can't really
one-
debate it, innit?
No. You know what it is?
Kane
Kane
will
is
drop
going to
deep.
come deep.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
and this is
And
another
create for
thing.
them.
This is another thing, yeah. People talk about Harry Kane this season, the stuff which happened, start of the season. Is he going? Is he not? His role in the club has become more important now because Tottenham have never replaced Eriksen. Like, he never got replaced. We haven't got a team which created as much as we did when we had Eriksen. So when he's coming in, half the time he's picking the ball up. Like, what are you guys doing, bruv? You're picking up the ball, you're squaring the ball, you're giving the ball away, you're passing the ball out to Doherty, he's running with the ball. Like, you're passing it back to Winks. Like, don't get me wrong, Winks has come alive recently, but
Allow it, man.
no. He had a few games. He had a few games.
He's done a couple
Listen, no. Let me
Just get
finish.
This is getting cut.
Let me finish.
This is getting cut
Let me
and shown in
finish. Let me finish.
3 months.
No, everyone knows. I put it on Winks. He shouldn't be in a starting 11. I know that.
shouldn't be in
he
the
shouldn't be a
team.
starting 11. But like I said, Kane's come picking the ball up deep. Like he has to. Do you know what I mean? So what you'd have is Kane coming in deep, and you got Ronaldo and Son going forward, bro. That will be lethal. And Kane distributing the ball, and even him getting in the box. Like, come on, like that's tasty. And then you got
Exactly what I've
Pogba,
been thinking.
Fernandes, and you got Højbjerg sitting. Come on, you know that's the best.
You're
Best team you
conceding
can
6
choose.
against Liverpool.
And you know what? Who said Moura? You said Lucas Moura. Yeah?
I said Lucas.
Don't get it twisted. Lucas Moura is, I think, underrated for Spurs. Like when we
Currently on form as well.
play, he's the one who's taking the ball behind the lines.
Yeah. Between the lines.
He's picking the ball up. Like he's the one beating the guy, getting past. Do you know what I mean? Getting past players. Like he's probably the only one doing
He's
that.
probably our most direct.
Like,
player,
I
to be
would,
honest.
but you can't drop Ronaldo and you can't drop Son. That's
For
the
me,
thing.
I literally had Lucas, and then like a few hours before we started, I changed Lucas to Ronaldo.
Yeah, I literally.
You can't drop Ronaldo.
Do you know
Because
I
imagine
had
Kane
Kane.
a few hours,
Imagine
it means 10 minutes before the
Imagine
pod.
Kane there. Like, come on. Imagine
Yeah,
Kane.
at first I
Son,
didn't have Kane
You got Pogba, Fernandes. That team is tasty. I know people be looking at it like raw. Like this guy's just
Too
choosing the too attacking, whatever. But who cares? Who wouldn't want to see that team for real? Like, who
Alright,
wouldn't?
boys, I've got 2 strikers up front. Can you guess who they are?
Ronaldo, Kane, Greenwood, Kane.
Cavani and
Boys,
Kane.
you know me.
Cavani and Kane.
You know me, boys, yeah?
Cavani and Kane. Or Greenwood and Kane.
Zidane Iqbal.
Firstly,
got Ronaldo,
I went to school with one of them, so it's got to be Kane. And on form, I think he's getting there. Like probably maybe not back to his best, but maybe gonna get close-ish.
Didn't know you had Kane. I thought you had. Swear you had that other brother. What's his name?
Greenwood.
Yeah.
Couldn't pick him, unfortunately.
I'm shocked, you know, because
So I've
this
got
guy,
Greenwood.
yeah,
I've got
this
Greenwood.
guy
As well,
loves
Kane.
Greenwood.
I've got Kane.
This guy loves Greenwood. I'm
got
surprised he
loyalty
chose
to Harry
Kane.
Kane. Obviously, I've
Of
got
course,
Kane.
man. Come on, how can you not have like Harry Kane? Like,
No, but because obviously I'm talking about
He's the
form,
best Harry Kane.
and obviously I almost took Elanga. I'm not gonna lie, scored what I swear he scored 2 in his last 2.
One.
Who? What? Elanga has got one. Current form.
Man's thinking
current
about
form.
his FIFA career mode in that.
I wouldn't judge
Bro,
current
you
form
scraped
off
two.
2-3
You
games.
scraped 2
I know.
flippy
Listen,
wins. and
current
man saying
form.
based on current form.
Elanga is better than Son, and he's working harder than Son.
Oh, Son's been injured the last 3 games.
He hasn't even been playing, bro.
Bro,
Say nine. Say nine.
Son is come on, man.
All right, listen. I've
gotta
got
play Son.
Kane obviously, and obviously man had to get Ronnie in it. Obviously, I got Ronaldo.
Oh, so I'm the only guy without Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You're the only
Says
guy.
everything
Think
you
how
know
long-
about ball, bro.
Well, they call me
Says
Moyes.
everything
I
you
play
know
the
about
youngers in that.
Boys. All right, guys, listen, that's our combined 11s for the season or current form. Manchester United v Tottenham Hotspur. Now we're going to start on the bonus round. This round's got a specific scenario. The scenario is, it's last 10 minutes of the game. You're losing 2-1 in the Champions League final. You've got 3 substitutes from Man United and Spurs, past or present. Which 3 subs are you bringing on to bring it back to 2-2 or win it 3-2?
So I can choose Paul Gascoigne.
Yeah, go on. All right,
definitely.
Sean first.
Wait. I've got to think
3
about
players.
this. I got to think about this.
Combined, though, combined.
Let's be
United
real.
and Spurs.
No, I know. Let's be real, bro. Come on. Like half the players I was going to choose went to you, man. Anyway.
What? I wouldn't pick them past or present.
Berbatov. Unreal. I'm trying shit.
All right, you got 3 subs, yeah?
All right, cool. So Paul Gascoigne, definitely.
Yeah.
You know what? Ruvan Nistelrooy. Yeah, I'll choose Ruvan Nistelrooy.
Let me get the top.
I'll choose Ruvan Nistelrooy purely because this guy loves Ruvan Nistelrooy. Keeps going on about him. Says he's the greatest player in the world. Like he's got the imported China top. Don't get it twisted. No, I'm joking. It's legit.
100% legit. Ask my
so-
supplier. Ask my supplier in China. 100% legit.
Van Nistelrooy, Paul Gascoigne. Oh, it'd be easier if we can do 4. But
Go on, I'll give you 4. Just for the fans.
all right. I'd probably say Paul Scholes,
All right, Paul Scholes, Paul
Gascoigne,
Gascoigne, Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy, and you know I'll give one to Tottenham. I would say.
Why would you do
Let me give one to Tottenham.
Why would you do that?
It's got to be Bale.
Gareth Bale, yeah.
Dead.
It's got to
Brian
be.
Has he
It's gotta
ever
be
won?
Bale.
Has he ever won Premier League?
Well, he's on
Listen,
4
the guy,
Champions League.
the
He's only
guy,
no Premier League.
and another thing, Bale don't get enough credit for. That guy turned up in big games, bro, and that guy Yeah, that 3-1 turnaround, yeah.
Yo, is man saying that on camera? Or that?
That 3-1 turnaround against Liverpool.
Certain things are getting
It's got to be
cut
edited out.
Cut out. Like.
Bale, Van Nistelrooy, Gascoigne, Scholes, my 4. Don't know.
All right, Shershaw.
So number one's got to be Gareth Bale. I mean, like, unreal impact sub. No one's getting the ball off him in his prime.
No better than any United player.
No, I'll bring United players in, don't worry. Second has got to be Wayne Rooney.
Say nothing.
He's just like unreal. Like,
Undebatable.
do everything. Number 3, I'll probably go with Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yes, bravo.
And number 4, is this like an impact sub or is it just like anyone on the bench? Like,
I reckon.
Surprised no one said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No, listen. Oh, don't get me started.
No,
bro.
you know what? No.
PTSD,
I'm gonna have to do a whole
A few
podcast
years
on Ole
ago,
Gunnar
Ole would
Solskjaer.
have been his first choice.
No, you know-
100%.
I still pick him now.
You know who I'm gonna get number 4? No, like this guy's been like the greatest. Like in terms of impact subs, he's probably up there with like, you know what I mean, whoever you think are the best impact sub.
Cavani.
No, Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch, bro, you mad?
No, I'm joking.
Rooney.
Wayne Rooney,
Yeah, don't know.
my favourite player of all time.
Big up.
Beckham,
Big up.
get
Has
that
to
ball
be.
in the box.
Has to be.
Whippers, if you win a few set pieces, he'll slap that in.
Absolute whippers.
No, I'll probably Van Nistelrooy will probably be one because if he gets the ball in the box, it's going in the back of the net.
Curtains.
And maybe Roy Keane, shore it up at the back.
That's a
Because
Roy
obviously
Keane.
you're gonna. Nah, if you need a
Love
goal,
Bob, did
you
I
know,
just choose
He
every
will come
United
on,
player?
get
love
red
it.
carded
It's
and go straight
facts,
back
it's
off.
facts.
The reason I'll bring on Roy Keane is because he
Don't
in
be
his prime
stupid.
He'll get a red card.
Well, obviously I didn't watch him in his prime, but what I've heard, he's unreal box to box.
One of the best
And
box to
if you're
box
going out all out
players
attack,
in
you
the
need,
world.
you need some guys back there who can do the defensive job as well because you're going to get hit on the counter
Ask
attack.
Roy Keane what he
Get
thinks
Roy
of
Keane.
Paul Gascoigne, bro.
All right, boys. My 4, yeah. Number 1, he's on the back of my shirt. It's got to be Ruud van Nistelrooy. Number 2, it's got to be Scholesy. No one's dictating a game like Scholesy. No one's coming off the bench 2-1 down and dictating a game like Paul Scholes.
No Scholes, fam.
There's a couple still. Anyway, I'll probably pick Van Nistelrooy. It's got to be Scholes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because of his personal life, but I'll probably pick Giggs. It depends if we're separating the person from the
We
man.
disrupt the dressing room too much. Got to keep him out of there.
Yeah, but as a player, he's one of my favourite players growing up. And his
Poor man's Gareth
longevity as well. Nah,
So
he's
just
not
get
poor
Gareth
man's
Bale
Gareth
in
Bale.
there, innit?
No, but bro,
No
Gareth
way,
Bale.
All right, listen. Got to be Giggsy over Gareth Bale. Last 10 minutes of a Champions League final, you need composure, cool-headedness, passing between the lines, not just running at
But has he
someone.
ever done that in a Champions League final?
100%.
No, he hasn't.
1999, 2008.
Champions League final.
Dare I say it, 1991 as well. Dare I say it.
Champions League final. Has he come and flipped the entire game round and won it? Like Bale has.
FA Cup semi-final, yes, he has.
Bro, FA Cup semi-final against fucking Rotherham or something, bro.
It was versus Arsenal.
Bro,
Patrick Vieira fell
we're
over.
talking about a player who, come on. Let's be real, yeah? From when Tottenham signed Gareth Bale,
Yeah.
no one had more belief in him than me. Be real, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I remember, like, he come in, he was doing bits, he got injured. Like, he's had a lot of injury issues. I remember we were watching the Inter Milan game. Do you remember? Was I watching it with you?
Yeah, I was there.
I've always backed Bale, like,
When Maicon got
Like-
mashed up.
bro, this guy, yeah. And then
R.I.P.
I remember the return leg.
R.I.P.
I remember the return leg, and where we used to sit, you'd sit right where Maicon is, literally on the corner. I've never seen a guy. This guy was putting the ball past him, giving him 10, 15 yards on him, and just breaking him down, bro. And we're talking 89th, 90th minute. This guy's running the full length of the pitch.
Bale was mad.
Like, come on, like that. You know, that things like that go underrated because you're doing that 88th minute. You were doing that when we were playing with 10 men against the club who's just won the Champions League, Inter Milan. So I think from what I've seen of Bale, and I've watched a lot of Gareth Bale, I've watched this guy, and you're sitting this 1-1, we're dead. Like, we've got Harry Redknapp in charge, we've got AVB. My man just come. You just know you're sitting there. Do you remember we used to sit there? Say
Out of nowhere.
he's
Out
going
of
to cut
nowhere.
in. He's going to score. He's
West
going to
Ham.
cut in. He's
Oh,
going to
was that
score.
West Ham 3-2?
He's going to cut in. He's going to score. My man was just. He could just do it. He knew he was going to do it. Even the team he was playing against knew he was going to do it.
He was like
And I
the
think you
Welsh
got to
Robin.
have Gareth Bale, man, in his prime. 100%.
I'm surprised no one
That
said
was
Modric.
unreal. Look how much he achieved at Madrid. He was playing for Spurs, bro. Spurs won one trophy this century, bro. We've won one trophy this century, so you can't brace what he did in the Premier League because he was playing for Tottenham.
But listen, boys. Are we taking Bell over Giggs in the 80th minute?
Yes, 100%.
Prime Giggs.
Prime Bale.
Do you not
Bale.
remember the goal that everyone's
Okay.
seen? Ryan Giggs running through Arsenal's field. FA Cup
Can
final.
I ask you one question? Name me one Ryan Giggs goal. Name me one Ryan Giggs goal.
Arsenal FA Cup final.
No,
Semi-final.
coming off the bench and changing the game in one of the big. Name me one.
Champions League final 1999. Ryan Giggs scored the tap in the last 2 minutes.
All right,
I made that up.
No,
I made that up.
I was just about
I
to
made
say.
that up. I made that up.
Gareth Bale came off the bench against Liverpool, who actually became champions. I think.
Did he actually come off the
season.
bench? He
came off the
Yeah.
bench. So 1-0 down. My man scored an overhead kick in the Champions League final. Yeah,
And
I
he scored the long range goal first.
Yeah.
Karius messed it up, yeah.
3-1. And come on, of course, that's an impact sub. That's an impact sub.
Sean.
Bale in his prime.
3-1. Gareth Bale.
He was
unreal.
I used to love
Unreal.
Bale. I can't know because of you, man.
Bro, you know how exciting was to watch?
Yeah,
Go
he
on,
was.
Like he
That season, he had what, like the most goals outside the box ever in a Premier League season or something ridiculous like that. Like,
was
one of my favourite
unreal.
players
And he was
to watch.
worth, in terms for Real Madrid, he was worth every single penny. He was worth every single penny
Came
because
up big in
there
the
was
finals.
games. Yeah, and he used to turn up in finals. You know, people get twisted. He used to turn up in semi-finals, finals. Like he used to do his bit.
And you got to understand as well, yeah. Imagine if Bale was playing under Alex Ferguson. Like he will be like.
Would he get in over Giggs? I don't think so.
Bro, my man was playing.
Fergie wouldn't pick him
my
over
man
Giggs.
was playing left wing, right wing,
know about
and
that.
he had
But he
like-
did it for 3 years. Giggsy did it for 20.
but he went on
That
to Real
counts.
Madrid.
That counts.
He went
That
to-
counts.
he went to- he went
Yeah,
to
but even
Spain.
then he didn't.
He went to the
peaked
biggest
too
club
early
on the earth.
He peaked what? His prime was at 5 years. Giggsy's prime was about
You
16
can't judge.
years.
It was different eras. You can't judge.
Bro,
Fergie
look
was
how
playing a
much he
flat
won.
4-4-2, and more time Bale was playing either striker or right wing and like a free up front formation. Like you can't.
Yeah, but Giggsy's running through
he
everyone.
went to
Giggsy
Madrid.
plays
Thing
centre
is,
mid
what-
as well.
what you're
Giggsy
saying-
plays centre mid.
What you're saying about
Bro,
Giggs
look at
in
the
terms of
players.
getting up and down. Bale
Bro,
used to do
look
that
at
from
the
left back as
players
well,
he was
bro.
playing with as well.
Exactly, but
Bale's
can't judge him.
Bale's skinning teams and he's crossing the ball into no disrespect. Peter Crouch, Roman Pavlyuchenko.
He was doing it himself.
Big up
basically.
Pavlyuchenko though.
He
I
was
was gassed when we
alone.
signed him.
Boys, it's been a pleasure to debate with you today. Obviously, some very non-biased opinions,
Yes.
especially from me and Haroon. Me and Haroon, no ball. We know how to be neutral. Obviously, the two Spurs fans love Spurs, picking guys like Gareth
Just want to
Bale.
say this man.
Picking guys like Gareth Bale.
This man was saying that he's going to put John O'Shea on the bench because he can play every position.
The only player to ever nutmeg Luis Figo.
I ain't going to say about John O'Shea.
scored,
But that guy,
no
come on.
he scored
That guy,
a chip
come,
last
that
minute
guy
against
was in
Arsenal
goal.
with 10
That
men
guy was in
at
goal.
Highbury.
That guy was in goal against
Yeah,
Tottenham. But I remember, bro.
he kept the
I'm
clean
not even
sheet
going to
as
say
well.
nothing. That
John
was the most
O'Shea kept a
embarrassing
clean
game I've
sheet
been-
against Spurs in goal. Name
Let's
a
just
better
leave it there,
utility.
man. Let's just leave it there.
Let's leave it there. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my guests today, my special guest Shahan, Cher, Harouni. Big up Endry, the technical cameraman in the background.
On the buttons.
Big up Endry on the buttons. Big up the funky house music and the techno music with no instrumentals, no lyrics. And thanks for watching. This is Between the Lines podcast. This has been Man United v Spurs Combined 11, current form / this season. Stay tuned and see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Between the lines.